3, 2, 1, and action!
This is the sequel to When Love Happens, where my character Mo found love, and we see a journey of what happens after she finds love. I don't want to tell you much more than that, but some other people find love as well.
It started really during the making of the first film a few years ago, and I had the idea of trying to explore where these characters would be, put them in another circumstance, see where, basically like if we met the characters at another time and wanted to see where their lives are at and what they were getting up to. And that's kind of where the inception of the idea started to kind of come from, trying to see like if we met them, what they'll be doing, will this be the live happily ever after situation, or could something else have happened? And I think this film really has a different kind of energy in that it's not as much as a boy meets a girl and will they fall in love kind of romantic comedy, more of what will not keep them together because life happens and with life comes chaos. So that's essentially the premise of this film, When Love Happens Again, and hopefully it'll be enjoyed and you go check it out in the movie theater.
Sheyi Babatokwe mentioned he was doing Dose, part of the movie. We spoke, we gisted, we discussed, and Jennifer came about.
To be honest with you, I never saw this coming. The director, Sheyi Babatokwe, is always, we play basketball together, and he's always said to me, I'm gonna get a role for you sometime, someday. This wasn't the role he was talking about, and it just happened that I actually fit the role. And, that, I'm right here.
I get a lot of requests and a lot of people that ask me for advice, and usually a lot of it's from actors and some from filmmakers who ask like, how do you get into the business? Can I be in your next film? Or what's it like making a film? I want to do this. I think every filmmaker that is out there, I think the one advice I can give you is grow. You don't have to come out the gates and be a ready-made product. I think that pressure on yourself is really not needed. I think some of the filmmakers that I personally admire, that I have looked at their careers and learned something from the first time they picked up a camera to where they are now, you can see an evolutionary track that shows growth. I think what's most important is, what do you have to say to the world? Like, why should anybody listen to you? And only you can answer that question for yourself. But I think if you can answer that question, like, this is what I have to offer the world. This is how I see the world. And how I see the world, this is my piece of it. This is what I want to present to the world. And you constantly are refining that idea. I think he or she can only blaze a trail that they'll be comfortable with, and they'll build the kind of careers that they would want to build. And that's all I can have to say to future filmmakers. And make friends. Find people you can talk film with. Find people who challenge your ideas and can challenge them to make them better. And being able to have that community of like-minded people will only serve you better, because a filmmaker's journey is a very lonely one. It's lonely because a lot of times you are in your own head. You either have ideas that you only see, those things you cannot share. It only becomes a communal engagement when you have actors and cameramen and production designers and producers and all different people of different disciplines that come together, and you'll collectively trying to make one thing a reality. So, that's all I can say about that, and good luck.
They are laughing. Hi, my name is Stan Stan Funny Bone Chibuna, and I played the character Emeka, Alhaji Emeka. And you know, this is When Love Happens Again. Yeah.
So what do you want to do now? Look for the girl or you go back home? Hey.
Hey, my phone.
Yeah, we had 12 days of principal photography in the Washington, D.C. DMV area. And it's an area that I chose specifically because the film was initially meant to be shot in the United Kingdom. And the United Kingdom has a heavy Nigerian community there. And the closest thing I could find in the United States with a big Nigerian community that could really support the film really from a very familial perspective was in the DMV area. And also architecturally, it felt like Europe. And also the thing about it that I liked, that I wanted the most was in London, for example, because of like the trains and buses, people run into each other, you know? Unlike Los Angeles, where people drive a lot, so it's hard to really bump into one another. So that's why we came here. But making a film is always hard, and this one had its own challenges, but I'm talking to you now and I'm still alive, so I guess it's something went well.
It's been hard, it's been good, it's been an interesting experience. It's been fun. Everyone's been troopers. She is great as usual. His head's a bit big, but whatever.
It's been, I mean, the whole journey of When Love Happens Again has been great with the cast. We've all, how do you say it? We've all formed great friendships, and you know, we were together here shooting in the States for 2 weeks or more, and yeah, we just bonded and we had loads of fun. There's been a lot of frustrating moments, but that happens, it's normal. But otherwise, it's been great. I mean, yeah, I do get, you know, I'm the odd one out because I'm the only Ghanaian, but I like that, you know, representing GH.
When Love Happens Again, I think is more funny. I would say that definitely. And it just helps you see the characters as more rounded people rather than just single-minded people. If that makes sense.
Okay, first I had time to discuss the character with Shay. You know, he had time to explain to me what he wanted me to do with the character, and it was fine by me. You know, he also gave me the freedom to be myself. He just said to me, bruv, just have fun, be yourself, and make it work. And I think I did my best. And this is about like the best I've done so far as an actor, you know, not as a stand-up comic. So I really can't wait to watch myself, and I really cannot wait for you at home to watch this. Just trust me, this is coming hard.
Now, getting into character was, it wasn't that difficult because I always imagined I would be, at some point in time, a billionaire that would be able to, you know, do whatever he wants. On this set, the character Demilade Adenuga came to me easy, but the mannerisms, I would say Mr. Seyi Babatope had a great hand in putting me straight, and I'll just leave you to judge how I portrayed the character on the movie, because When Love Happens Again is a must-see.
So I'm telling you now, to get ready, go to a cinema near you and see and watch When Love Happens Again, because it's coming through like a bomb. Don't miss it. I tell you something, you know what I mean? Word.
So what do you want to do now? Look for the girl or you go back home? Hey.
Hey, my phone.
Ah, this is so surreal. Can you imagine? I'm launching my own event planning company, and my first job is this prestigious merger, and it's abroad.
See how they're leaning towards each other as if they want to kiss. Oh, Lord. Smiling and holding hands like lovers.
Tope isn't picking up. It's not going through.
Baby, he turned his phone off and he's some other place with some other woman.
Things you do for love. Don't you love her anymore? Why are you worked up anyway?
Dude, it's Mo. Look, I think she's in trouble.
You and Mo don't break up. Not the kind Jew man where you be where they allow your babe to travel with another guy. You're doing that, miss you more.
Don't you think this guy's been doing us one too many favors?
What do you mean?
You know you have a vivid imagination, eh?
Don't you think he wants something? They don't call him a playboy for nothing.
Do sharp, because in America everything is sharp.